Heyo, welcome back to What If Madoka Was Born in Dragon Ball Z Part 5. Now, in the last part, we did cover the future timeline where every sea fighter dies except for Gohan and Madoka, which they were both trained for many years, and they would train Trunks and Tatsuya until they grown up, and they're able to go to the past, and they're able to give Goku the Heart Fires, and they left hoping that Goku and the others would prevail. Now let's get started. Now we start off at Goku fighting Android 19 right now. And pretty much Goku is pretty much stronger than 19. But however, that soon changed when the Heart Virus strikes. Goku falls to the ground, clenching his heart, screaming in pain, which everyone's confused. Which Krillin brings up that Goku hasn't taken the medicine, which everyone's shocked by this. Which Android 19 stomps at Goku's chest, about to absorb every single energy life form. Piccolo tries to intervene, but gets shot in the chest by 20. Which Dr. Jerome said anyone dares interferes, he has to go through him. Which everyone doesn't dare bothers jumping in, except for one person, the present version of Madoka. Her eyes started to glow yellow for a split second and quickly charged into Dr. Jerome, knocking him far away through a mountain. And then when 19 turns around, knowing what just happened, he's been kicked by a face by Vegeta. Which Vegeta arrives, now in Super Saiyan. Which he's already in Super Saiyan. He does sense Madoka's power far away after flying towards the Sea Fighters. So he decided to go Super Saiyan and show off everyone his surprise. Which honestly was a super surprise. Not only Vegeta's Super Saiyan, but Madoka's power just rise, like really rise up like a skyrocket for a split second. Of course, Dr. Jones still survives, but he's pretty much really heavily damaged. And since he's far away, no one Sea Fighter can sense him, so every Sea Fighter thought Dr. Jones dead, but really Dr. Jones is alive, and he's going to his lab, trying to awaken the other androids. When the Future Warriors came out, this time 4 of them, Trunks, Tatsuya, and Gohan and Future Madoka, which all the Sea Fighters are confused, including Vegeta, which Gohan said introduced the other 3 since the timeline hasn't changed at all, and he did not time travel could work this and that, and so Madoka is confused seeing her other self, but mostly happy too. The other Gohan is surprised to see his future self. As for Trunks, he introduced himself, which Vegeta is shocked by this. Is this his son for the future? And he has gotten stronger too. Which future Gohan explains that they have able to defeat their version of androids in the future timeline after training for 2 years, and Madoka is able to defeat them herself. However, in the other years, they're able to find the lab, and they found like a big green man, a green bug man comes out, which have every single DNA of them. Which all the Sea Fighters surprised too, there's another android around. However, they say that they defeated androids, but when Gohan looks at 19, he said that's not the androids they're supposed to fight, which does come to a shock to everyone else. So they had to find Dr. Jerome or the lab. So everyone does went to a scavenger hunt finding the lab. However, since we have more members and teams around, I would say they pretty much found Krillin will find Dr. Jerome still alive and is walking to his lab. Which Krillin, Piccolo, Future Gohan, and Trunks will fly to the lab. However, it's too late, which Dr. Jerome already awakened 1718. 17 thanks Dr. Jerome and give him a little present, a kick to the face. And Dr. Jerome's head went splat out flying, and then he got smashed, which 18 will awaken 16. However, Trunks is very pissed. He fired a huge burning attack, exploding the lab. However, they were unscathed. This version of 1718 are stronger, so they awaken 16, where 16 is also much stronger too. So the battle is excused, which everyone fights the androids. Well, I meant everyone fighting the androids. I meant by Vegeta fighting 18. However, Vegeta just ended up breaking his arm as normal. Trump, screaming his father's name, charges at 18, intending to slice 18's arm off. But 18 blocks the sword with two hands. She knows that somehow this version of Trunks is much stronger. However, she doesn't know Trunks, so the Trunks is stronger, so he's able to fight Android 18 pretty much better than Vegeta. However, he does realize that this version of 18 is much stronger than the one they fight in their future timeline, which 17 will play with the other Sea Fighters, and he's much stronger too. Madoka, the future Madoka wished that she could access that same power she did against the other androids they fought. However, Kami contacts Piccolo, saying that he wants him to come to the lookout quickly. Piccolo said he doesn't have time right now, he needs to help the Sea Fighters, which Kami said is important, just a bigger threat than them. Hearing this, he quickly changes his mind and flies away, which the Sea Fighters question where he's going, which soon after follow him by firing a solar flare by Tien Krillin, blinding the androids and all retreating. They all follow Piccolo, asking him what he's doing, which Piccolo said that Kami just contact him. There's a bigger threat than the androids, which future Gohan suggesting is probably Cell, which Piccolo said it must be then. If this Cell version has able to be awakened early in their timeline, then he has to be awakened here too. If not, then maybe even more. So Kami arrives, saying that a creature lurking in the shadows is at Juju Town, absorbing a lot of people, and he knows that Piccolo doesn't stand a chance against it, so he just says they should fuse. However, Piccolo is surprised that Kami does suggest fusion, because he won't about to suggest fusion himself, which Kami does say that he is aware of the android and he was pretty much useless. However, he does state one thing: he once Piccolo fused and merged with him once again, he wants him to train Madoka, since Madoka may be the future god, since he does sense some great potential in her. Piccolo agrees, saying that he'll at least try to, and the two will merge into again, becoming one once again. They will fight in Ginger Town, and that battle will play out the same. However, there's one thing that Cell has. He has Madoka's DNA. He's able to, his eyes glow yellow for a split second, knocking Piccolo far away into a mountain, which does greatly injure the Menekinum. And because of that, Cell takes advantage of this and escapes, with the Sea Fighters not realizing that this Cell person is a bigger threat. Soon after, Goku does wake up from the heart virus, and he tells everyone that, hey, he knows a place they can get them stronger. It's the Room of Spirit time. So Vegeta and Trunks will go in as per normal, and Piccolo, he will fight Android 17 himself. So after 17 found Piccolo, he suggests he's going to fight him himself, and he don't want no one to interfere. And 18 does say it herself, and anyone interferes, she'll have to kill them. So yeah, that battle plays out the same. However, Tien follows, because you know how Tien is. So once they did, Piccolo was able to fight 17. That battle plays out the same, except minus that they're both stronger than Canon. But that doesn't matter, since that fight will play out exactly the same. Like, to Piccolo fighting 17, all the way to Cell becoming semi-perfect Cell, which Tien jumps in, firing multiple tri-beams to paralyze Cell, giving 18 and 16 to escape. Cell is pretty much angry, and he's able to body Tien, but before he could kill him, Goku jumps in, saving Piccolo and Tien from death, and turn away back to the lookout. Vegeta and Trunks leave the time chamber and decide to find Cell. Now, who's gonna go in? Will it be Goku and Gohan? Well, yes. However, there will be an extra member, future Gohan. Yeah, they're not gonna have time to train in the Room of Spirit time for at least 1 to 2 years, but I feel like they can still go in multiple times. So yeah. So they're able to go in the time chamber. They're going to be here for 2 much years because there's not going to be enough food for everyone. So they really try to focus for Gohan to turn Super Saiyan and try to get grade 2 or 3. Like, they're trying to surpass Super Saiyan. However, Vegeta and Trunks' battle will play exactly the same. So Vegeta destroying Cell into Cell becoming his perfect form and announcing the Cell games. And he will fly off, smirking. Goku, Gohan, and future Gohan came out way earlier because, as I said, there's not enough food for everyone. So they will have grade 2 and 3. Like I said, they don't have enough grades to do it. However, the only person that does have grade 4 is only Goku, which Vegeta is shocked by Goku's power. Before he could go in with Trunks again, future Monica steps in saying that Vegeta already has his turn. She wants to go in with her young self and her future brother. So the three of them will go in. They try to train, which future Monica will try to show her other young self more about her life during the future timeline, which her young self is pretty shocked and to hear that their future timeline has been destroyed. So she was more motivated to get stronger to protect her loved ones, her parents, and her new brother, which her future brother is pretty happy to hear. Although the other two is outside. Right now, future Gohan and future Trunks will train outside for now, and other two will try to train outside too, preparing for the Cell games. Once future Monica, future Tetsuya, and present Monica came out, Goku wants to go in one more time, but he asked Vegeta to come with. At first, Vegeta disagrees. He would say he rather dies, which Goku said, suit yourself then. And he goes in himself, but he doesn't go himself. He actually comes with Kid Gohan. And the two would train, not train for a full year because they really did not want to train there all there. So instead, they would train for 5 months instead. So after training for 5 months, they both able to master Super Saiyan, which Goku is even more stronger than Ken since he already have mastered Super Saiyan. However, Goku does saw Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 for a split second in the time chamber, and which he will have this confidence that Gohan could defeat Cell. Future Trunks and Vegeta will go back in, which Bishop Popo is pretty much getting pissed. He does not want to keep making food for everyone too much, since he's wasting so much ingredients. After that, Goku will still recruit Dende to be the next Earth Guardian. So right now Goku and Gohan are relaxing, since they are already super confident that they could win the Cell games. However, all these Z fighters don't think so, including future Gohan. He doesn't think that they could win, so he trains really hard with future Trunks in a nearby mountain. Of course, future Monica joins them because this version of future Monica, she is more brave and more sensitive. So in a way, she does not want to take any chances. So all three of them will train until the Cell game will begin, which Cell will await till all the Z fighters come in. Pretty confident. However, he is not the only one who's training. He's been training himself actually, since he remembers the power he showed off when he fight Piccolo, and he want to try to utilize it, try to practice it, trying to use it for power, and he's able to do so. Now his eyes could turn glow yellow. However, he can maintain it long. Thinking it's like Super Saiyan when Goku first unlocked it. He only could use it as a last resort. Of course, he knows that he doesn't probably not need it. He's already strong enough. But still, he wants to make sure he can eat the upper hand, show off his perfection, show the fear of everyone's face. And that's where we leave things off right now. Now, one thing before I end this video, I want to say this one thing. Jeez, people, when I check What If Goku Was Female Part 1, and it have so many views, like 1 million views, or not a million, like 1,000. But still, thank you guys for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. And so yeah, thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.